For those of you who don't already know me, my name is Kip Create, and I'd like to welcome you to this channel. So, a lot of people have been saying that TF2 is dead or dying, and I've even had some friends of mine saying my channel shouldn't focus on TF2 because, well, it isn't exactly in its golden age, now is it? And, while I'll admit that TF2's left the spotlight for now, I refuse. I absolutely refuse to believe that TF2 is going away in any sense. And let me explain why. I'm going to start with a little story of a little Kip, way back in middle school. You see, I've always been a gamer, but I was never really allowed to get anything that wasn't made by Nintendo for little children, and I was especially blanked from doing anything multiplayer. I mean, I had to fight hard with my parents just to play Minecraft on a server because they were afraid of all the crap that they thought was going to happen. They thought people were going to show me porn and teach me racism and blah 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 and all sorts of stupid crap. And I never really had access. But, you know, as a gamer and as someone who was trying to find something new, I was still looking. I mean, Nintendo's fun and all, but my favorite series, F-Zero, it hasn't seen anything since I was 5 years old. I needed to find something new. So, one day a good friend began to tell me these amazing stories of epic battles over carts and briefcases, of backstabs and trick stabs and market gardens, friendly Russian giants handing sandwiches to the warriors passing by, the amazing creature known only as the spy crab wandering the lands, and the hats, the glorious hats from the gibbous to the burning team captain. And these stories had me in awe, and it made me want so badly to join the ranks of the Two Fort Mercs. But, as complete as I might, my parents were still afraid of what might become of me in the dark recesses of the internet. So, I never really got the chance to play. Of course, that didn't quite stop me from being involved in some way. So, I would spend my time on YouTube, watching Moozalk and Array 7, learning from my dear Uncle Dane and Mr. Paladin. I would go around and marvel at the skill and the art, the SFM movies and the comics, the stuff in the workshop. You know, even without being able to play TF2, I still took a part. And it made me feel like there was something I was a part of. And I really enjoyed it. But, fast forward a few years, and I've all but forgotten about the likes of Sappers and Sentries. You know, I'd moved on. I had other things to worry about. In my mind, TF2 was dead. And around that time, whenever I was trying out college, I got a laptop, and after a while I started to look for a few games I could play, you know, something fun to just spend my time on. Of course, I was thinking about something like Skyrim or GTA 5. Hell, I even thought about Overwatch for a while. But then I saw my roommate playing something, running around with a lock and load, dumping pipes on people like no one's business. And, well, it was kind of a shock to me. I realized that TF2 was still alive, and that I could finally do that thing that I'd been wanting to do for years, but I'd never been able to do. And so I downloaded it, and I began to play. And, well, I mean, just like any other new player, I wasn't all that good, but I began to remember all the things back when I was younger, all the videos, all the Moozalk and the Array and Uncle Dane and Mr. Paladin and all of that. And it helped me learn quickly. And as I began to play, even as an F2P and all the shit that people gave me over being a new player and all that, I found a game that felt like a home. I found a game that was... that there's no other game quite like TF2 for me. I don't think I could find anything that could match the kind of enjoyment that I've gotten out of it. And so here I am. Despite all the people, you know, crying out, "Sell your hats! It's dead! It's dead! Gotta get out! Get a new game! Sell all your hats!" I'm still here. I'm still having a blast, making videos, which is hours upon hours to record, to edit, to write scripts, to voiceover, to animate, to upload, to manage channels and social networks and blah, 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 blah. Because I love TF2. I've loved it for a very long time, and I've waited for a very long time to be able to do things like this. And despite my only having 400 hours in the game, and despite the fact that some of my favorite YouTubers like Muselk and Writer Cycle recently have quit TF2 or are receding from TF2, and other content creators have simply just slowed down, like Array7 and Mr. Paladin and people like that. And despite the fact that TF2 is taking big hits on its subscriber base with bad updates like the Meet Your Match update, with big competition like Overwatch hitting the market, and players just leaving in mass, and despite the economy spiraling out of control, items becoming much more and more difficult to access due to the rising price of keys, I'm still here. And I still love TF2. And so, I love TF2 so much, I'm staking the success of this channel on the success of TF2. And I love TF2 so much that I'm willing to dump $300 into the game just to help support it. Now, why am I telling you all this? And why is it so important to me to let you know that it is important to me? Well, because it has everything to do with why I decided now would be a good time to try to make a YouTube channel about TF2. You see, you look around in the community, you look around in the internet, you look at the YouTubers that are going around and everything, and there's a lot of people that are angry or bitter or burnt out. They're just not, the enjoyment isn't there. People are upset, they're getting divided, they're going around saying TF2 is dead, the FTPs are killing TF2, the friendlies are killing TF2, the tryhards are killing TF2, and on it goes. The blaming and the bitterness. And it's driving a bunch of people away, because you're either stuck in the crossfire of a bunch of angry people trying to blame anything for why TF2 isn't in their exact standard, or you're just hearing that, you know, it's dead so much that you think you're on a sinking ship and you gotta get off. And I'm getting tired of this sort of thing, because it's taking away the one thing that sets TF2 apart, the thing that I enjoy about it most, and that's the fun. You see, while every other game really puts its focus on being super realistic and being this hardcore, ultra competitive, super MLG game, TF2, it's not meant to be super serious and super competitive for any of that. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a game that you can play. You're gonna get a laugh or two. You're gonna say, "That's pretty fucking funny. That was awesome. I want to try that shit." And that's everything I want in a game. That is the TF2, the game that I've been looking for, and why TF2 is a home for me. And while things have changed, and, you know, the community shifts and all that, you know, sometimes I'll just join a server. We'll just play a match. No one complains. No one acts like an asshole. Everyone gives their all, and at the end of it all, at the end of the match, both sides say, you know what, that was fun. Y'all did good. Let's go again. Then there's the matches where you just start doing just some of the most ridiculous things. Like Extreme Rancho Relax, or somehow getting the whole freaking server to just start dancing for a minute because, you know what, screw the match, let's just dance for a bit, let's have a little bit of fun. Just stuff like that, those little moments that, you know, you're genuinely having fun. You feel genuinely happy at those moments. You look at this and you say, this is why I love Team Fortress 2. And those are the moments I want to share with you. Those are the things that make me love Team Fortress. And I want to share that with you. I want to share the love that I have for this game. And I want to share that enjoyment that I get from it. That way maybe you can have some of that enjoyment. And maybe you can go, okay, I want to try this if you haven't played TF2. Or if you have and you've been feeling burnout, or you've been feeling upset because all this shit that's been going down. I want to give you something that you can enjoy. That puts the positivity and the optimism back into TF2. Something that makes you laugh and say, you know what? I really do love TF2. Yeah. Maybe all this fighting and bickering and bullshit, screw that. I'll just enjoy the game. I love fun. I'm not gonna let it die. I'm not gonna let people take away the fun of it just because they're pissed off about something, or they just, you know, they firmly believe that they're on a sinking ship, but for some reason they're going to try to make sure everyone else leaves and not just go themselves. They want to drag everyone else out with them. I want something that people can enjoy. I want to show people that TF2 is still alive. And so, I'm making videos now. And right now, there isn't a better time. There isn't a time when it's needed more for TF2. For people to be putting up videos like this. For people to come out and say, let's put the fun back in. This is why I love TF2. Let's make it fun. I mean, right now, TF2 is hurting. It's not dying. It's not dying by any means. But the community's got a few problems. And that's why it's important for people like me to be making videos like this. To tell them, why do I love TF2? And why should you love TF2? It's important that we share that love for the game, that enjoyment that we get, so that it can grow, and that it can grow, that it can bring TF2 back to its glory days. Because that's what made TF2 great in the first place. And that's what will make it great again. See, TF2 is always dependent on its community for everything. It's been the game to where we are the deciding factors of what happens with TF2. We set the tone, we set the pace, we set the environment. And right now we have an environment where people are split up and they're bickering, they're fighting, and they've forgotten about the fun. But if we get back to just enjoying the game, let's go back to those funny little moments. Let's go back to when people actually enjoyed it. Let's go back to that. Let's bring back the optimism. Let's bring back the love for the game. Let's bring in the people who genuinely do have that passion for TF2, who have the drive to go out there and show people that it's not all bad, that it's not dead, that it's still fun. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to combat all the bitterness and the negativity in the community. I'm trying to bring some positivity. That's my mission. That's my purpose here. That's why I'm making these videos. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so every time someone says TF2 is dead, I'm going to say, no, it's not dead. It's alive. It's still alive. It's still kicking. And it's not going to die on my watch. I'm not going to let it die. And I hope you'll join me. And I hope you'll say with me, it's still alive. Because it's us. It's us that make TF2 great. We are the community of TF2. And we are what has and always will make TF2 great. And I hope you'll join me in that. I hope you will.
Oh, happiness. Oh no, that's a scout! He got me! Wait, you're watching the video?